Cheers remains one of television's most beloved sitcoms, remembered for its sharp humor, unforgettable characters, and the cozy Boston bar where friendship, laughter, and everyday life came together. In this video, we'll look back at the cast, their real names, ages, memorable roles, and the lives they built after the series. We'll also honor the talented actors who are no longer with us and celebrate the lasting legacy they left behind. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more classic TV throwbacks. Let's return to that familiar neighborhood bar, where quick jokes, complicated romances, loyal friendships, and simple everyday moments turned a small place into a true television classic. George Wendt brought warmth, humor, and effortless comic timing to the role of Norm Peterson, the lovable bar regular whose entrance alone could make an audience smile. Born George Robert Wendt Jr. on the 17th of October, 1948, in Chicago, Illinois, he was 33 years old when the series premiered in 1982. Wendt gave Norm a rare kind of charm. He was sarcastic without seeming cruel, weary without losing his kindness, and funny without ever looking like he was trying too hard. His familiar seat at the bar, dry one-liners, and easy chemistry with the rest of the cast made the character feel like an old friend viewers had known for years. Before becoming a television favorite, Wendt developed his comedy skills with Chicago's Second City, where he built the relaxed timing and natural presence that later defined his screen work. He appeared in every episode of the series and earned 6 consecutive Primetime Emmy nominations for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series, proving how deeply audiences and critics connected with his performance. Beyond this role, he appeared in films and shows such as Fletch, The Little Rascals, Saturday Night Live, Frasier, and Broadway's Hairspray. George Wendt passed away on the 20th of May, 2025, in Los Angeles, at the age of 76. His cause of death was cardiac arrest, with heart-related conditions listed as contributing factors. His legacy remains tied to kindness, laughter, and the unforgettable image of a man whose simple walk into a bar became one of television's most beloved moments. Kirstie Alley brought sharp humor, bold energy, and emotional vulnerability to the role of Rebecca Howe, the ambitious bar manager whose confidence often hid insecurity, loneliness, and a longing to be taken seriously. Born Kirstie Louise Alley on the 12th of January 1951 in Wichita, Kansas, she was 36 years old when she joined the series in 1987. Alley gave Rebecca a completely different rhythm from the show's earlier female lead. She was polished, yet chaotic, proud, yet easily overwhelmed, and often hilarious because of the gap between the woman she wanted to be and the situation she found herself in. Her expressive face, fearless physical comedy, and strong chemistry with the cast helped the character become more than just a replacement. She became a memorable part of the show's later identity. Before this role, Alley had already gained attention in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, and the miniseries North and South. Her performance as Rebecca earned major recognition, including a Primetime Emmy Award in 1991. She later starred in Veronica's Closet, appeared in films such as Look Who's Talking, and remained a familiar television personality for decades. Kirstie Alley passed away on the 5th of December, 2022, in Tampa, Florida, after a private battle with colon cancer. She was 71 years old. Her legacy remains tied to confidence, comic bravery, and the unforgettable presence of a performer who could turn insecurity, ambition, and heartbreak into genuine laughter. Nicholas Colasanto brought kindness, innocence, and gentle humor to the role of Coach Ernie Pantuso, the sweet and forgetful bartender whose warmth gave the early years of the series much of its heart. Born Nicholas Colasanto on the 19th of January, 1924, in Providence, Rhode Island, he was 58 years old when the show premiered in 1982. Colasanto played Coach with a rare tenderness. He could be confused without seeming foolish, funny without forcing the joke, and deeply caring in a way that made the bar feel like a true family. His soft voice, sincere expressions, and natural sense of timing turned even simple moments into scenes filled with warmth and humanity. Before becoming beloved on television, he served in the United States Navy during World War II and later built a long career as an actor and director. He directed episodes of well-known series such as Columbo, Starsky and Hutch, and Chips, showing his skill behind the camera as well as in front of it. Sadly, his time in the role was cut short. Nicholas Colasanto passed away on the 12th of February, 1985, in Studio City, California, from a heart attack at the age of 61. His legacy remains tied to sincerity, humility, and the unforgettable image of a bartender whose gentle spirit made every scene feel more honest and human. J. Thomas brought humor, energy, and offbeat charm to the role of Eddie LeBec, the professional hockey player whose romance with Carla added a new layer of sweetness and comedy to the story. Born John Thomas Terrell on the 12th of July, 1948, in Kermit, Texas. He was 39 years old when he first appeared in the series in 1987. Thomas played Eddie with a funny mix of confidence and awkward innocence. He could seem tough because of his athletic background, yet his gentle nature and slightly clueless personality made him surprisingly endearing. His scenes with Carla worked because he softened her sharper edges while still giving her someone strong enough to stand beside her. Before becoming known to sitcom audiences, Thomas built a successful career in radio, where his quick wit and bold personality made him a natural entertainer. He later appeared in shows such as Murphy Brown, Love and War, and Mork and Mindy, earning praise for his sharp comic timing and memorable supporting roles. J. Thomas passed away on the 24th of August 2017 in Santa Barbara, California, after a battle with cancer. He was 69 years old. His legacy remains tied to laughter, spontaneity, and the memory of a performer who could make even a supporting role feel lively, human, and unforgettable. Harry Anderson brought mischief, intelligence, and smooth comic charm to the role of Harry, the Hat, Giddis, the clever con artist and part-time magician whose appearances always added a playful spark to the story. Born Harry Laverne Anderson on the 14th of October, 1952, in Newport, Rhode Island. He was 30 years old when he first appeared in the series in 1982. Anderson gave Harry a sly but likable quality. He could trick people, bend the rules, and walk into trouble with a grin, yet still feel entertaining rather than cruel. His real-life background as a magician made the character feel especially natural, with quick hands, sharp timing, and a calm confidence that made every scheme more fun to watch. Before becoming widely known on television, Anderson performed magic and comedy in clubs and on the street, developing the relaxed stage presence that later became his trademark. He went on to achieve major success as Judge Harry Stone on Night Court, a role that made him one of the most recognizable sitcom stars of the 1980s and 1990s. He also appeared on Saturday Night Live, Dave's World, and in the television miniseries It. Harry Anderson passed away on the 16th of April, 2018, in Asheville, North Carolina, at the age of 65. His death was caused by a stroke, with influenza and heart disease listed as contributing factors. His legacy remains tied to wit, originality, and the unforgettable charm of a performer who made comedy feel clever, effortless, and full of surprise. Frances Sternhagen brought sharp wit, dignity, and old-fashioned strength to the role of Esther Klavan, Cliff's opinionated mother, whose appearances added both humor and family tension to the story. Born Frances Hussey Sternhagen on the 13th of January, 1930, in Washington, D.C., she was 53 years old when she first appeared in the series in 1983. Sternhagen gave Esther a wonderfully firm presence. She could be loving without becoming soft, critical without feeling cruel, and funny through the kind of dry honesty only a strong mother could deliver. Her scenes worked because she made the character feel real, not just as a joke, but as a woman with pride, habits, and a powerful influence over her son. Long before becoming familiar to television audiences, Sternhagen built a respected career on stage, becoming known for her intelligence, discipline, and commanding theatrical presence. She won 2 Tony Awards and later earned wide recognition through roles in Misery, The Mist, Sex and the City, ER, and The Closer. Her work as Esther earned her 2 Primetime Emmy nominations, showing how memorable her supporting role became. Frances Sternhagen passed away on the 27th of November, 2023, in New Rochelle, New York, from natural causes at the age of 93. Her legacy remains tied to elegance, strength, and the unforgettable authority of an actress who could make even a small role feel rich, human, and lasting. Roger Rees brought sophistication, intelligence, and sly comic charm to the role of Robin Colcord, the wealthy British businessman whose polished manners often hid arrogance, ambition, and a talent for manipulation. Born Roger Rees on the 5th of May, 1944, in Aberystwyth, Wales. He was 45 years old when he first appeared in the series in 1989. Rees gave Robin a smooth and confident presence. He could seem charming in one moment, selfish in the next, and still remain entertaining because of the elegance and wit he brought to every scene. His relationship with Rebecca added romance, tension, and embarrassment, allowing the character to become more than just a rich outsider. He became a memorable part of the later seasons. Long before reaching American sitcom audiences, Rees had built a distinguished career on the stage, especially with the Royal Shakespeare Company. He won major acclaim for the life and adventures of Nicholas Nickleby, earning both an Olivier Award and a Tony Award for his performance. He later appeared in The West Wing, Grey's Anatomy, Warehouse 13, Frida, and many theater productions as both actor and director. Roger Rees passed away on the 10th of July 2015 in New York City from brain cancer at the age of 71. His legacy remains tied to elegance, theatrical skill, and the rare ability to make intelligence, humor, and vulnerability feel completely natural on screen. Keane Curtis brought refinement, arrogance, and sharp comic authority to the role of John Allen Hill, the polished restaurant owner whose clashes with Sam added tension, rivalry, and humor to the later years of the series. Born Keane Holbrook, Curtis, on the 15th of February, 1923, in Salt Lake City, Utah. He was 67 years old when he first appeared in the role in 1990. Curtis played John with a wonderfully superior attitude. He could sound formal, cold, and condescending, yet still make the character funny because of his precise timing and dry delivery. His elegant manner made him a perfect contrast to the relaxed, messy world of the bar, and his ongoing disputes with Sam gave the story a fresh source of conflict. Long before becoming familiar to television audiences, Curtis had built a distinguished career in theater, film, and television. He won a Tony Award for his performance in The Rothschilds, and later appeared in projects such as Mass Times H, Quincy, M.E., The Magician, and Stargate SG-1. His background on stage gave his screen work a controlled confidence and a sense of polish that made even small moments stand out. Keane Curtis passed away on the 13th of October, 2002, in Bountiful, Utah, from complications related to Alzheimer's disease. He was 79 years old. His legacy remains tied to elegance, discipline, and the memorable presence of an actor who could turn a snobbish rival into a sharp and entertaining part of the story. Kevin Conroy brought a calm confidence and natural screen presence to the role of Daryl Mead, the former baseball player whose brief appearance added a touch of charm, humor, and celebrity energy to the story. Born Kevin Conroy on the 30th of November, 1955, in Westbury, New York. He was 33 years old when he appeared in the series in 1989. Although his role was small, Conroy carried himself with the ease of a trained actor, giving Daryl a relaxed confidence that made the character feel believable in only a short amount of screen time. His deep voice, composed expression, and quiet charisma hinted at the qualities that would later make him unforgettable to generations of fans. Before reaching wider recognition, Conroy studied at Juilliard, where he trained alongside a remarkable group of young performers and later built experience in theater, television, and drama. He appeared in projects such as Dynasty, Tour of Duty, Search for Tomorrow, and Murphy Brown, but his greatest legacy came when he became the defining voice of Bruce Wayne and Batman in Batman, the animated series, and many later animated films, shows, and video games. Kevin Conroy passed away on the 10th of November, 2022, in New York City from intestinal cancer. He was 66 years old. His legacy remains tied to discipline, emotional depth, and the unforgettable voice of an actor who turned strength, pain, and humanity into something iconic. Markie Post brought brightness, charm, and natural warmth to the role of Heather Landon, the woman whose brief appearance created a funny and memorable complication in Sam and Diane's complicated relationship. Born Marjorie Armstrong Post on the 4th of November, 1950, in Palo Alto, California. She was 32 years old when she appeared in the role in 1983. Although her time on screen was short, Post made Heather feel lively, attractive, and believable, not just as a guest character but as someone with enough presence to leave an impression. Her easy smile, expressive reactions, and relaxed comic timing gave the episode a light, playful energy, showing the qualities that later made her a familiar face on television. Before becoming widely known as an actress, she worked behind the scenes on game shows, including Split Second, Double Dare, and Card Sharks, gaining early experience in the entertainment industry. She later became best known for her roles as Terry Michaels on The Fall Guy and Christine Sullivan on Night Court, where her warmth, intelligence, and comedic confidence made her especially beloved. Post continued acting for decades, appearing in projects such as Hearts of Fire, Scrubs, Chicago PD, and The Kids Are All Right. Markie Post passed away on the 7th of August, 2021, in Los Angeles, California, after a long battle with cancer. She was 70 years old. Her legacy remains tied to grace, kindness, and the lasting appeal of an actress who could bring sincerity and light to every role she played. Ted Danson brought charm, intelligence, and relaxed comic confidence to the role of Sam Malone, the former baseball player turned bar owner whose humor, ego, and hidden vulnerability made him the emotional center of the story. Born Edward Bridge Danson III on the 29th of December 1947 in San Diego, California, he was 34 years old when the series premiered in 1982. Danson gave Sam more than just smooth confidence. He made him playful, flawed, romantic, competitive, and surprisingly tender beneath the surface. His easy smile, sharp timing, and natural chemistry with the cast helped turn everyday conversations across the bar into scenes full of rhythm and personality. Before becoming a television icon, he studied drama at Carnegie Mellon University and built his early career through stage work, commercials, and guest roles. His performance as Sam earned him major recognition, including 2 Primetime Emmy Awards and 2 Golden Globe Awards, proving how strongly the character connected with audiences. After leaving the role behind, Danson continued to build one of television's most respected careers, starring in Becker, Damages, CSI, The Good Place, and A Man on the Inside. As of June 2026, Ted Danson is 78 years old and remains active in entertainment. His legacy is tied to longevity, warmth, and the rare ability to make a charming sitcom lead feel funny, human, and unforgettable. Rhea Perlman brought sharp humor, fearless attitude, and surprising warmth to the role of Carla Tortelli, the quick-tongued waitress whose fierce personality made her one of the most memorable figures in the bar. Born Rhea Jo Perlman on the 31st of March 1948 in Brooklyn, New York, she was 34 years old when the series premiered in 1982. Perlman gave Carla a bold and unforgettable energy. She could be sarcastic, impatient, and brutally honest, yet underneath her tough exterior, there was loyalty, vulnerability, and deep love for the people around her. Her fast delivery, expressive reactions, and natural comic instincts made every insult land with perfect timing, while still allowing the character to feel human rather than simply harsh. Before becoming widely recognized on television, Perlman studied drama and built her career through stage work and smaller screen roles, including appearances on Taxi. Her performance as Carla earned major acclaim, winning 4 Primetime Emmy Awards and making her one of the standout performers in the ensemble. After the series ended, she continued acting in film and television, appearing in Matilda, Canadian Bacon, The Mindy Project, and Barbie. As of June 2026, Rhea Perlman is 78 years old. Her legacy remains tied to strength, honesty, and the rare comic talent of an actress who could turn a sharp remark into something funny, emotional, and unforgettable. John Ratzenberger brought quirky humor, loyalty, and unmistakable comic personality to the role of Cliff Clavin, the know-it-all mailman whose endless facts, awkward confidence, and devoted seat at the bar made him one of the most recognizable characters in the series. Born John Dezo Ratzenberger on the 6th of April, 1947, in Bridgeport, Connecticut, he was 35 years old when the show premiered in 1982. Ratzenberger gave Cliff a perfect mix of pride and insecurity. He could sound overly confident while clearly needing approval, turning even the strangest piece of trivia into a funny and revealing character moment. His stiff posture, nasal voice, and nervous energy made Cliff feel both ridiculous and oddly lovable, especially in his friendship with Norm. Before becoming a sitcom favorite, Ratzenberger worked in theater and appeared in films such as Superman, The Empire Strikes Back, and Gandhi. Afterward, he became widely known to new generations as a familiar voice in Pixar films, including Toy Story, A Bug's Life, Monsters, Inc., Finding Nemo, and The Incredibles. As of June 2026, John Ratzenberger is 79 years old. His legacy remains tied to originality, persistence, and the rare ability to turn an eccentric supporting character into a lasting part of television history. Shelley Long brought intelligence, elegance, and emotional complexity to the role of Diane Chambers, the educated and idealistic waitress whose sharp wit and complicated romance with Sam became one of the most memorable parts of the story. Born Shelley Lee Long on the 23rd of August 1949 in Fort Wayne, Indiana, she was 33 years old when the series premiered in 1982. Long gave Diane a rare mix of sophistication and vulnerability. She could be proud, poetic, stubborn, and dramatic, yet still deeply human in moments of doubt, heartbreak, and self-discovery. Her precise comic timing, expressive reactions, and strong chemistry with Ted Danson helped turn their romantic tension into one of television's defining sitcom relationships. Before becoming widely known, Long studied drama and worked in commercials, theater, and television, gradually building the polished performance style that later made Diane so distinctive. Her work earned major recognition, including a Primetime Emmy Award and 2 Golden Globe Awards, confirming the impact of her performance during the show's early years. After leaving the role, she continued acting in film and television, appearing in The Money Pit, Outrageous Fortune, Troop Beverly Hills, The Brady Bunch Movie, and Modern Family. As of June 2026, Shelley Long is 76 years old. Her legacy remains tied to grace, intelligence, and the unforgettable presence of an actress who made ambition, romance, and comedy feel both theatrical and deeply sincere. Woody Harrelson brought innocence, warmth, and natural comic energy to the role of Woody Boyd, the kind-hearted young bartender whose arrival gave the bar a fresh sense of sweetness after the loss of Coach. Born Woodrow Tracy Harrelson on the 23rd of July, 1961, in Midland, Texas, he was 24 years old when he joined the series in 1985. Harrelson gave Woody a rare charm. He could seem naive without feeling foolish, gentle without becoming dull, and funny simply by reacting honestly to the strange people around him. His open smile, relaxed delivery, and youthful sincerity made the character feel instantly lovable, while his chemistry with the older cast members helped him become a true part of the ensemble rather than just a replacement. Before becoming widely known on television, Harrelson studied theater and English at Hanover College, building the foundation for a career that would later stretch far beyond sitcom comedy. His performance as Woody earned 5 Primetime Emmy nominations, and he won the award for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series in 1989. After the series ended, he became one of Hollywood's most versatile actors, with acclaimed roles in The People vs. Larry Flynt, The Messenger, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri, True Detective, Zombieland, and the Hunger Games films. As of June 2026, Woody Harrelson is 64 years old and remains active in film and television. His legacy is tied to sincerity, versatility, and the unforgettable warmth of a performer who turned simple kindness into lasting comedy. Kelsey Grammer brought intelligence, elegance, and dry comic brilliance to the role of Dr. Frasier Crane, the sophisticated psychiatrist whose wounded pride, romantic insecurity, and theatrical seriousness made him one of television's most unforgettable characters. Born Alan Kelsey Grammer on the 21st of February, 1955, in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. He was 29 years old when he first appeared in 1984. Originally planned as a short-term character, Frasier became so memorable that Grammer remained with the role for years, later carrying it into one of the most successful spin-offs in television history. He gave the character a perfect mix of arrogance and vulnerability. Frasier could sound refined, educated, and superior, yet still be deeply funny because of his need for love, respect, and approval. His rich voice, precise timing, and classical training gave every scene a polished rhythm that stood out within the ensemble. Before becoming widely known on screen, Grammer studied at Juilliard and worked in theater, developing the stage discipline that shaped his performance. He later became famous for Frasier, voiced Sideshow Bob on The Simpsons, and appeared in many film, television, and stage projects. As of June 2026, Kelsey Grammer is 71 years old and remains active in entertainment. His legacy is tied to sophistication, endurance, and the rare achievement of turning one supporting role into a decades-long television icon. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed looking back at the Cheers cast and the stories behind their unforgettable roles. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your favorite character, funniest moment, or most memorable scene from the series in the comments. See you in the next video, and remember, sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name.